What's up, everybody? Typical Gamer here, and I have the original gamer guide. So that includes getting Fanorona, Bowls, and Morris, the games completed in the homestead, and that's shown at the beginning. We're gonna start off with the Fanorona guide. I actually had to Google how to pronounce that because I had no clue, and that's in the manor as shown from the mini-map. And Fanorona is, how could I say it? Like checkers, and old checkers. Anyway. You're going to want to go second, and following my strategy exactly is not a bad idea, but you should understand how the game works, saying that the computer most definitely probably won't follow the exact same strategy and moves that he did when he faced me. Now, Panorama is on a board, and I believe it's about 5x9 board, and you can only move your pieces if there is a potential move to be made. You can't move them if there is no move to be made. And you can move it forward and it'll take out a line of their checker pieces, I guess. And if you move it back, it'll take a line also out. And what you should do is, in every case, analyze what moves they can and can't make and how your moves will affect it. For example, look at this back line of 3, which the middle can move and take out your line. And then look at the one piece that he can move that'll take out this many, and what are the after effects, because you can move a piece after you make a successful attack if you can again make a successful attack. This is chain attacking, and it is very useful. As you can see, I do a lot of damage at certain points. What you're going to want to do is remove every single one of their pieces, and believe me, this is intermediate or expert, I'm not sure, but this dude is hard. He is hard to beat. And I faced at the beginning, it was very easy on the ship. Compared to this, it was so difficult. You don't even understand how many times I had to play this to understand the game further and develop a strategy that actually works. Now, the strategy is to keep as many pieces as you can, and when it comes down to 4 or 5 pieces of theirs, make sure to try and back up their pieces into a corner. Now, if you set up this corner strategy, you can see I have 2 pieces. I have 2 pieces horizontally and vertical, so that if they made any decision from that corner, I would defeat them. Near the end here, I did make a bad decision. I got probably 3 or 4 pieces destroyed, but I did eventually corner him off by moving my pieces, which you can move your pieces in any direction if there is no killer move for you that's possible. That is a good and bad thing, because the computer, especially this one, is very smart at predicting your moves and making you frustrated and making you hold out so that you will make those bad decisions. And believe me, I played this game so many times and it is hard, but you will get it. You can try my strategy exactly, but learn the lessons from here. You should know how to play it now. Make sure to pay attention to the diagonal lines. They get me sometimes where I think I could attack from diagonally, but I couldn't. Make sure you take precaution in seeing what your moves will do and how it puts you in a vulnerable position. Now we're playing Morris, and this has to be the funnest game for me. It's like Connect 4, I guess, or Connect 3, or X's and O's, and I bet all the marbles on this one, and I definitely want to go first because I have this strategy set up where I get 2 on the corners, and then that'll force them to put it or stop on one of the corners, and it for sure gives me 1 line of 3. Now the objective of Morris is to get a line of 3, and once you do that, you get to remove one of their chips, making the game substantially easier and opening up new paths for both teams. I do make a mistake in this game, but I do go flawless, so I guess, not really, well, it is a mistake, but the game plays out perfectly for me. Now, in Morris, you will want to keep stopping them from getting 3 in a row, or else you're screwed, because then you lose a chip, and it could be a very valuable chip. They can remove any chip. So, when you keep removing chips, if you get them down to 3 chips, that'll put them in a position where they can actually move their pieces anywhere that is diagonal. I think actually they can move it anywhere. Anywho, it makes it difficult, but it is still very easy to win. This is the easiest out of the 3 games, with, I would say, Fanorona being the first hardest, is definitely the hardest. Next would be Morris, and then Bowls. Bowls is like bocce ball. It's an Italian pastime activity. To start, I'm going to say that you're going to go second, because this gives you an opportunity to knock their ball out and create further opportunities. Now, the objective is whoever throws the red ball, that first little tiny one, you have to get the ball the closest to it. And once you get the ball the closest to it, you are in a position to receive 1 point. Both players have 4 balls, and if your ball, when you throw it, does not land in a position that is the closest to the ball, you have to go again. This puts you at a great advantage if you get your ball in a really good spot or if the computer misses. As in this case, my ball is still closer than any of his balls, so he has to go again. Again, luckily for me, the computer sucked here and he missed again. Your luck might not be so good, but make sure to get the right angles. You can move left and right to knock out balls. I do it in this video. And you can also hit the red ball. Very risky because it's small and it bounces like crazy. I had no need to switch to level shot, but I always found the need to aim far behind the target so that my ball would roll, because it does have some power. And another strategy is that when you do have that winning ball in place and the opposing player doesn't have any, a great strategy is try and get as many balls as you can extra beside it, because that adds to your points. Now, there is no set limit of rounds, but there is a set limit of points that you have to reach, and that's 5 points. Knocking out their balls and putting your balls in a better position is risky, but it also will land you some more points. Here I get only 2 points, but for me it's worth it because I know I will try and at least get 1 each round, or you know what, even I'll get lucky next round and get 3. And I use the same strategy here. I'm going to fast forward it because this video would be way too long. I always try and knock them out away from the ball and put my ball in the best position, and make it hard for them to, you know, get their balls in a good position. And I always have to get my ball on my turn near the red one, or else it never ends well for me. Again, I'm just exhibiting the strategy of getting as many balls as I can close enough to the red one. And 3 for 3. I get 3 points. 3 plus 2, 5. I win the game and get original gamer achievement. I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and it took me a long time to make it, and I appreciate you guys watching it. I'd like to point your attention to another video that I'm in the process of making, which is going to be up today or tomorrow, and